Hi there, my name is Paulson Thomas. I'm one of the partners here at Patient Rush, and I've got some exciting things to share with you today. If you're a practice owner, you're going to want to listen up. I'm going to tell you the concept of popcorn pricing analogy. Now, the whole thing came from the movies and theaters industry where they took different sizes of popcorn and tested out different pricing and understood a little bit more about the customer behavior and really figured out how to position themselves the right way with the popcorn product. Now, when it comes to building out your medical practice, there are a couple of things that you have to take a look at. Now, when we talk to our practice owners every single week and every single day, we ask them the same question: where do you position yourself in the market? Now, a lot of times, majority of our practice owners, before they start with us, they tell us, we're right in the middle of the pack, we're not too expensive or too cheap, and we want to position ourselves that way. And I want to share something with you that'll help you understand how this concept works in the way you position yourself with your price. Now, let's say, for example, we've got a small size popcorn, right? You got small and you have large. Now, in the grand scheme of things, the way this research and data that went through was the difference between the sizing first. So there was a small popcorn, for example. Let's just write popcorn here. It's small, and then you have this large popcorn, right? And I'm just giving you a quick example of what it is. So large and small. Okay? Now, if you price yourself at $3 a set, for example here, and the large popcorn is $7, majority of the folks, when they came in through the movie theaters in those during that test, they sold hundreds and hundreds of popcorn, and after the purchase, they interviewed the buyers. Hey, why did you reason to buy the small popcorn versus the large? Because almost 80% of the folks bought the small popcorn, and they were like, you know what, $7 is just outrageous for popcorn. I just don't want to buy it. I'd rather just buy the $3 popcorn. And this is what happened when there were only two choices, okay? When there was only two choices in their service line or product line, for example. Pretty soon later, what they did was introduce a third item, which was the medium-sized popcorn. And this was right around, let's just say that price. And they priced it right at $6.50. So after the interviews, majority of the feedback was like, hey, you know what, for 50 cents more, I can get so much more, right? So what happens is, in the natural law, they try to differentiate between the medium and the large, especially that those choices are very close, versus the third one, which is the small, which was even irrelevant. So when you have multiple choices for your services, multiple choices for your product lines, you want to understand how to use price as its own tool for your medical practice, especially when you have retail products, especially when you have commodity products that are ready to just go, and even if it's in the lower end side, this is something that you want to take a look at, because this will help you understand what the market is telling you and where you can position yourself. And this is just one small little example of some of the small details that we pay attention to at our consulting firm. And if you want to learn more about what we do for an entire organization, feel free to visit us at patientrush.com. You can schedule a quick 5-minute call, do an introductory call, and get to know a little bit more about your practice story and what you're trying to accomplish. But this is just a small detail that can have a huge variation and impact at your organization at a large level. So thanks for listening.